Hello, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. My name is Nicole, and you are listening to YouTube NM Enterprise 7. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Today's message is just one more thing when people take advantage. Just one more thing when people take advantage. We have some folks who are taking advantage of you. They are taking your kindness for weakness. I'm going to specifically talk about those at the workplace because I know that you are trying very hard to get along with some folks. You are trying very hard to handle all of the responsibilities that encompass your position. And it becomes more and more challenging when somebody says, oh, yeah, just one more thing. Just one more thing. Just one more thing. And before long, somebody is snapping. They are out of character. They are accused of being disrespectful. But the owner, the supervisor, the manager, the co-workers, they didn't pay attention to the signs that all of those requests, just one more thing they needed you to do, caused you to implode. Okay? May not be you, could be some other folks. I mean, I saw quite a few people within the past 5 years go off because they could not say yes to another thing. They had already said yes to many, many things, and that is what managers had overlooked. That is what business owners didn't even consider. Look at all of what you've put on these people, 20, 30, 40 some different tasks a day. Then on top of that, they've got to be the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker for pay that won't even cover their grocery bills. Am I speaking the truth? I'm telling you that there are those individuals that they get to a point where they start fighting all of us, even those that don't mean them any harm. They fight us because I can't do this any longer. It's too much. When is enough enough? Yes, we could say, well, they should have realized all of what they had to do before they took on the job. That was until we added one more thing on top of another thing on top of another. Well, some people just can't handle all of what you can handle. I heard somebody say that to me once. I said, just because I can handle a lot doesn't mean, though, that person should get all of these things plus some. And besides, that person is very young and has a lot of growing up to do. There is just no way that he's going to be able to maintain all of what you're putting on. Oh, he'll be fine. That's what I was told. Just roll with the punches. Yeah, he rolled with the punches all right. He handed me keys one day and said, forget it, I'm done. I can't take this. Worked that young man to the bone. And he got to a point where he said, I'm not doing too much of anything. So he goes from being a hard worker to whisper, oh, he's lazy. That hurt me to the core to see the downfall of someone. How much could we possibly do when we all had our positions? We could only take but so much ourselves. You got some people who they see that sort of thing happening because that's their daughter, their son, their cousin that's working there, right? And so they'll make sure that they don't put too much on them. Or we got some who, yeah, that's my relative, and you're going to be put through a lot because I can't show favoritism. Because I don't want them thinking that, you're something special. So I need you to do this one thing. And one thing ends up being a whole lot more than just one thing. So what do? Number one, you can always talk to the person who's giving you just one more thing to do and ask them if you can delegate that responsibility to someone else. It doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing or that you're being lazy or you're being spiteful. It's just that you got 25 plus other things that you're doing. Okay? If they don't want to listen to you on the management level, your immediate manager, for instance, then you can always escalate that over to human resources or to the business owners, because a lot of times business owners and investors don't know what's going on. They really don't. And so when things aren't working out at a company, all folks want to do who are in mid-level management is roll heads. But smart, discerning individuals will see that rolling heads is not the issue. We need to add more heads because things aren't getting done. The best workers are inundated with work. Matter of fact, the best workers are looking to leave the job because nobody is listening to them when they say, this is too much. I'm starting to get burnt out. I can't keep taking this. Can you please get me some help? You see. The other thing you're going to want to do is keep in mind that not everybody works the same and not everybody can handle everything in the same way that others can. And so you've got to delegate tasks in such a way where the people who can handle certain tasks are going to get them done and done quickly. And those that work at a slower pace and can't handle as much are able to do maybe some of the things that are tedious and boring and the fast workers are simply tired of. Okay. The other thing that I looked at when I was just checking out all of what people have gone through when it comes to this sort of request, if you will, can you, could you, would you, is that when you come to anyone way too many times asking them to do something for you, there is going to be resentment at the workplace. They may do it with a smile, but then they're talking about you to other people, okay, negatively. Others will start to just look at you as being lazy. Look at you as using various excuses so that you can get what you want. Manipulating situations. Oh, I need you to help me out, dear, because, and then they'll fill in some excuse. And really, it's just somebody doesn't want to do anything. All the work that they don't really want to do, especially younger folks, they will find somebody who will do the work for them. Okay. A reason why I specifically say younger folks is because younger people, many of them, let's just be honest, let's be straightforward here, are inexperienced. They're still learning. They're still growing. Developmentally, they're not where they're supposed to be, especially under the age of 24. So to expect them to lead in a way that is similar to somebody who has worked for 30, 40 plus years is just simple. It's stupid. To expect them to delegate responsibilities or to handle tasks, in a way that somebody who has 30 plus years experience in an industry, once again, is crazy. There are exceptions to the rules, but expectations lower them a bit for some folk. Okay. Just one more thing has gotten some people into trouble with their personal lives because you got family members that are like, you are gone 6 days a week. Why do I have to keep going through this with you? Okay, we got these upcoming holiday events, or I want you to spend some time with our son because he's acting up, or I need you to go check on your mother because I can't keep doing just one more thing for your mother, you see. So there are a lot of dynamics to this whole business of asking somebody to do one more thing that causes difficulty. We've got to be kind, patient, find somebody else when you hear the frustration in somebody's voice, they're irritated. It could be even your child. Oh, can you just do this one more thing? Excuse me, but Mom, I already spent 5 to 8 hours doing this, that, and the other for you. Okay, I really don't have 5 or 8 hours more. I would like some time to myself, please. You see, we tend to gravitate to our best workers, right? Or people who's not going to give us any drama. Another thing is we need to be careful how we request, these things that we want people to do for us. The attitude, the demanding, condescending tones, unnecessary, and you're not going to get very far. And 9 times out of 10, that person who did something for you, but they weren't all that happy to do something for you, is not going to do it for you again. Because your attitude, okay? But no, there's no buts about it. When a person's attitude stinks, we usually do not work with them again. Okay? So I know that at times we get upset, we get bent out of shape, we don't like rejection, and we're just going to the Lord talking about how dare, this person. But just one more thing might be that request that kills your relationship, your friendship. Pray before you ask anyone for anything. I'm going to say that again. Pray before you ask anyone for anything. It may not be a good time for a sister or brother in Christ, but yet they'll force themselves to do it for you anyway, and now they resent you, or they have their share of regrets, or something bad happened, and now you feel guilty. You see, pray. I thank you as always for taking time out of your busy schedule to listen. You've been listening to YouTube and Enterprise 7. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Please do check the description box. We do welcome giving, and thanks in advance.